Okay, so hello everybody. This is Maggie Carey coming to you from Master It Media, where I help businesses reach and retain customers using technology, especially social media, website, and digital marketing. Today, we're going to be focusing on getting and giving reviews. One of the things that I found, we have a little bit, some of us have a little bit more time on our hands than we usually do, attending meetings virtually, not having to drive, things like that are great. I am going to let you know that right now, where I am hit with a little bit of some weather, which is causing some delay in, hopefully not too much delay on my screen, but also having some issues with the power and my internet access. If I lose you, I apologize. We're just going to pick up this topic again next week. Otherwise, again, please feel free to mention in the chat any suggestions that you might have for future sessions. We're going to have about a 10 to 15 minute presentation with some Q&A afterwards. So please feel free to let me know any questions you have in our chat. What I'm going to do is share my desktop today, and we're going to go into a little bit of a topic that I shared on my blog. If you have time and interested in reading what I have to say and going through a few things that delve into my mind about how I can help businesses promote themselves, especially now during the coronavirus, we're hit with having to pivot. So here are a few things that I wanted to let you know about. We've got internet use up 70% because people can't commute and people can't go to work and people are working out of their homes for the most part. So this is a thing, use the time wisely if you can to leverage your social media presence and your online presence, your website, email communication, whatever tools you have at your disposal, please use them. So one of the things I want to talk to you about is a review page on your website. If you don't have a review page on your website, I want you to consider doing that. And I'm going to pop over to my website again. And I want to just show you here on my website, I have something called a Raving fan page. And this is something I suggest, whatever you're going to call it, I suggest you have this on your website. And up on the top, you see here, I have things like, would you like to leave us a rave review? I want positive reviews, so that's why I'm saying a rave review. And then I link directly to the places where you can access my review pages. So for example, I'm just going to click on Facebook here, and it's going to pop right over to review. It makes it really easy for somebody to just say, here, if I were not me, if somebody else were to click that, right here they would have, would you recommend Master It Media? They can click on it and write the review right there. Make it very easy for them. And then on this review page, you can see here are people who left reviews. Now, this is a dual purpose. I'm not only giving an opportunity to say, oh, look, these people said nice things about me, but I'm also giving them the opportunity to get free promotion. So if somebody goes to my Facebook page and leaves a review, they're also going to be listed on my website. And that gives them free promotion, and it gives me great content to fill my website. So that's one thing that I'd like you to consider with your websites, is to add a review or a Raving fans page to your website. Now, I don't have to do anything. The next time, you could go to this today and put a review on my Facebook page, and the way I have my site designed, it will automatically populate right into my web page, and I don't have to do any modification to it at all. The other thing is, make sure your social media is updated. You have things right now that are, well, I'll go through our list here: a business Facebook page, a LinkedIn personal page, and a business page. Make sure you claim your Yelp page. Even if, you know, you don't have um, a review there or anybody checking in where you are, it's good to claim your Yelp page because you don't want a competitor to claim it or to mistakenly somebody else claim it. And also, Google My Business is extremely important. And I'm just going to go to another page, and this is a Google My Business page. When I type Master It Media and I hit enter in a Google search, on the right-hand side, this is your Google My Business page. Now, this is telling me that, you know, this is my, you know, my page. I still don't have a review, so somebody leave me a review there. I'm working on it. This is your Google My Business page, and this is so
Jackie, I have a question. I did send you a Google review, but you didn't get it. It was about a week or two ago.
Okay, thank you, Christy, for that. I appreciate it. I think what may be happening is what's saying over here. We've got limited functionality, so that might be what's going on.
Yeah, I was told. I was told that. I asked about that also, and during this, because they have limited support staff at Google, they're holding on the reviews. They have the reviews. Eventually, they'll publish them, but it's going to take a while. So that's what I was told. Just to let you know.
And thank you, Frank. And you know, the funny thing is that's what I was told as well. And then I left a review for somebody and it populated. So I guess this limited functionality is what we're dealing with. It's where it may post, it may not post. So we're just gonna, but it's good to know, and I appreciate the input, Frank, because we're dealing with things are changing. Look, normally things change on social media very fast. So today, during what we're dealing with, we're really at a loss. So, but still submit your reviews. But getting back to Google My Business here on the side, this is where you can add things and you can add your photos. People can add photos about you, and you can add your own photos as well. For things like I put a lot of social, you know, or my meetings and workshops and things where I'm attending. I've got tons and tons of photos in here, not just about my business and what I do. It's people smiling, laughing, having a good time, my customers, networking events. I also put in products. If, you know, I've got a book, I've got, you know, I limit what I put on here, but you don't have to. You can put whatever you want. And then you can see here are social media posts, you know, about different things that I'm doing. And this I have automatically go through my, I use Thrive, which is a all-in-one management system. And it posts to 5 different platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn business page, and my Google My Business page. And I have to create the post once, and it posts on all 5 platforms. There are a few others that do the same thing, but they don't integrate as well, I found. And then I can link to my profiles here. So,
Maggie, I'm sorry, can I interrupt you for a quick second?
Yes.
What was that tool that you use?
It's called Thrive. I'm actually a reseller for them as well. So again, if you want, and they've got this amazing deal. I'm digressing here, but if you go onto my page under services and then Thrive, they are giving a month away free, because they're trying to help businesses stimulate, and it gives a little bit of the offer is here on the page. So feel free to take a look at that. And if you want to schedule a demo, for sure, hop on over. So getting back here to Google My Business, you can feed it so much. And the more it's Google, right? The more you feed Google, the more it'll give you back. So as I mentioned, make it easy. So these are your 3 steps to get yourself in shape before you start leaving reviews for other people. And the reason I say that is because you want to have an easy reciprocation, right? If Christy leaves me a review, I'm going to leave her a review. It's common courtesy and we help each other. Even if you haven't used, like I haven't used Frank Frank's services, I don't have time to take a vacation. I will soon though, Frank. But if I do, but I can still leave him a review and say that he's knowledgeable and that he helps his clients in this way or that way, or he has a friendly demeanor. You can leave a review about the person's, if you know the person, you can leave them a review based on their business performance and what you have heard other people say. So here's an example of what I ask people. If I leave a review for somebody, for example, I can say something like, I just left a review for you. Would you kindly leave us a review at, and I list my pages. When I receive somebody telling me verbally, Maggie, you really were very helpful in what you did, and I appreciate it. And Christy was one of the ones that really gave me some excellent feedback and testimonial. And this is when I decided I needed something more formal so I could send people to make it easy. And this is what I did. Thank you for your kind words. Our goal is to exceed expectations. Your comments will help prospective customers feel more confident in choosing us. A quick review on one of the following platforms would be greatly appreciated. You can leave a review for us on, and they can pick whichever one they want and go from there. Again, I'm making it easy for them because you don't want them to have to go hunting and finding out where these, where are they going to find you online. Now I've gotten them, and hopefully when they go to Facebook, they're going to like my Facebook page, and that'll help me again with things like that. Keep in mind with LinkedIn, it's your personal page. So they're referring or they're recommending you. So in this article, I list here, and I'm not going to read this, but I do encourage you to go to my website, go under blog, and then that's the latest topic about helping businesses during the coronavirus. But here's Google, where you can leave a review for somebody on Google Maps. And remember, regardless of whether you have a physical location or not, you can still have a Google My Business page. You just put region, like we'll go back to mine here, and you can see I don't have my business location here. I have a region that I cover. And Facebook, so this is, you go to the Facebook page, you click on recommendations or review. And again, this is changing. Facebook just released a new look and a new design that some people are getting. It's a beta, and some people like it, some people don't. I think with anything, it's just going to take time to get used to it. But it does have this Facebook, the new user interface does have this very cool dark mode, which makes it black instead of white in the background, which is a little bit less straining on the eyes. And what you want to do is write a recommendation for somebody. And when it comes to recommendations, any of these reviews, be as specific as you possibly can when you're leaving a review. When you take Carolyn, for example, I don't know if she's on the line today, but we had, like I had purchased cleaning products from Shackley. And when I did that, I left her, I said, XYZ cleaning product was very helpful in, being very specific as to what the service was that you received will help, because they're keywords that are searchable. So, and they may resonate with one of the people that are a potential client for that person. So with Facebook, that's one of the things I recommend when you write a recommendation. Be specific. Example, friendly staff, but you can say, Jane, if I was going to a restaurant at Aversano's in Brewster, I would say, John was extremely friendly. He came up to my table and I appreciated his attention to detail. So that also helps. And some businesses also give bonuses or little, I don't know what to call them, give backs to employees who get mentioned in Facebook posts. So keep that in mind, because we want to make sure we're helping other business owners as well as their staffs. LinkedIn is important to remember. As I mentioned, this is, you, number one, have to be on your personal page, not your business page. And number two, it needs to be a first degree connection. That means a connection that you have made. Can't be second degree, which is somebody, you know, like a friend of a friend. It has to be somebody that you have personally connected with. There's a more button. So let me just pop over here, and I'm going to go to Christy. And when I go to Christy's page, you know, there, here, I can request a recommendation, I can give a recommendation. So if you scroll down to her page, here are where the recommendations are. And as you can see, I left Christy an amazing recommendation. Okay, now you would go here and you would click recommend Christy or ask for a recommendation. Now I'm just going to go to Melanie. Now Melanie Suss's page here, I'm going to scroll down to hers, and you can see we've got experience here, but do you see here where there's skills and endorsements? You can also, in addition to leaving her a review, you can also go here and say, you know what, Melanie is great at skills and endorsements. She is highly, I'm sorry, she's at direct marketing. She's highly skilled, and I know this because we've worked together on the same project. And I know that she's amazing. So I can do all this, you can show more. Now, what happens is the more skills and endorsements, the more endorsements she gets on the skills, the better her number is going to be here. And that's what we want to see. And you can also see, again, you're getting promoted when you endorse somebody or you leave somebody a recommendation. So I recommended her, my name is going to show up in this 24 people who have recommended her for that. So remember, this is the way you can kind of give and get all at the same time. So that's LinkedIn. Alignable is something I just started using, and guys, it's never too late, okay? Start working on these things. So when you go into Alignable, Alignable is a another site that you can use to promote your business locally. It's focused on the local piece. So I'm just going to go on to my page, and you can see I have my business page here. I've had, you know, in the last, and this has only been for a few weeks that I've done this, I've had 90 people, I've had 96 visitors already. So I can leave recommendations for somebody here as well. You know, I've got so many people that recommended me that they've given me this highly recommended list. And these are the list of people. Now remember, look at the difference between somebody who's actually left a review where you get their picture, if they've put their picture there, versus somebody who just left a review, just said, I'm sorry, not left a review, that just said, I recommend them. It's a big difference, right? You get more free space. So this is where it's very powerful to do that. Just going back here to our topic. So that was Alignable. And also, just to let you know, there are many others, including some for specific industries, such as Glassdoor, Foursquare for Business, Home Advisor, and OpenTable is a restaurant. You can still leave reviews for restaurants, even if you're not using a restaurant right now, even if you've done it in the past. And this is where I'm saying, go back through your Rolodex, you know, the digital Rolodex, and think of somebody who has been very helpful to you in your business in the past, not just now. And think about, like, I would say make a list of 10 people and make that your target list for the week. And do a couple every day, do 2 a day. and leave reviews for somebody on whatever platform that you think would be helpful, because what you're going to see is it comes back to you somehow, whether it's through having your picture on their face, on their profiles, like you've seen with Alignable and you've seen with LinkedIn, and you see here in, you know, in Facebook. It will end up helping you promote your business as well. And it also ends up helping by saying to somebody, I hope you liked the review I left for you on my page. If you have a moment and would like to review me as well or give me a recommendation, I'd really appreciate it. Here is my information. We've got to help each other during this crisis. And I think that you all have so much to share with the community that by doing this, by building this infrastructure with our own businesses, we can help get business to you. We can receive business, you can receive business, because we have that network of people that we can help. And that's basically our presentation for today.